All right. 1 Samuel introduction. Author, uncertain. Possibly Samuel, but also includes writing from the prophets Nathan and Gad. Date written between 1931 and 722 BC. Purpose: a look into the heart of some of Israel's most fascinating and memorable leaders. With Eli's son wicked and selfish, God's voice calls out in the night to a young boy, Samuel, whose willing heart responded. Speak, for your servant is listening. 3:10. He served as a prophet, judge for some 70-plus years as God led Israel with his voice. But Israel wanted to be like the other nations and begged for a king. God warned them what would happen, yet they persisted. So God chose for them a champion, Saul, whom Samuel anointed as Israel's first king. In the beginning, Saul was exceptional in every way, but his impatience, insecurity, and fear of what the people thought led to his downfall, and his disobedience ultimately cost him the throne. So God looked for a heart that was completely his and found a young shepherd boy named David, whom he anointed to be Israel's next king. Long before he became king, he protected his flock from wild animals, fearlessly faced Goliath, and single-handedly slew the Philistine giant. His fame in battle and faithful service won him the hearts of Israel, but provoked Saul to a jealous, murderous rage. In madness and insecurity, Saul drove David from Israel and hunted him for the rest of his days. David's training for reigning as Israel's future king came from lessons he would endure and suffer under the failings of an unrighteous king, yet he refused to harm the king he had once served. David was a worshiping warrior whose humility, courage, trust, and love for God earned him the reputation of being a man after God's own heart. Acts 13:22. Key verses. Nevertheless, the people refused to listen to the voice of Samuel, and when they said, "No, but there shall be a king over us, that we also may be like all the nations, that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles." 1 Samuel 8:19 and 20. But the Lord said to Samuel, "For God sees not as a man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." 1 Samuel 16:7. Key people: Hannah, Eli, Samuel, Saul, David, Jonathan, Goliath.